This is my third consultation call with Tradebrigade. This is episode 3, part 2 of the new series I'm making. And in this video, Tradebrigade is going to be teaching us why it is that you should be logging and entering your journal. You should journal and log the trades that you take on a day. And for those of you that don't know, it's a pretty simple process. After you're done with the day, just log the time you took the trade, what your P&L was overall, how you felt emotionally, and if there's any additional notes that you have to write down to remember so you can better your trading career, make sure that you do that as well. In my years of day trading, so far I have understood that the way that really has set me apart and able to grow and expand my trading career and really make it improve and skyrocket, what really helped it a lot was journaling, because you really get to fine tune and really write down in detail what is the things that work and doesn't work. It's not just something that's in your head. You see it in writing as well, so it gives you that extra fine print and that extra foundation to really get better with it. And again, this is something that comes from Tradebrigade, not just my mental garble, but just his stuff that is actually legit, and you can see for yourself with your own consultation call that you might prefer to do, especially if you get inspired from these videos. And also just his YouTube channel in general has great content as well to help you learn. So, and again, this is something that's taken a long time to be able to master. And again, I still have so much process to work. But again, with that being said, let's get into the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Daytradingknockouts. Stay green. Peace out to my fellow millionaire day traders.
Yeah, and I've been doing better with making more about the process over the profits. Like, especially because I trade with small contracts. Like, again, I still just do one because I'm all about mastering the craft first before I actually risk my livelihood. Yeah. So I'm in it for the long run. But what I noticed is that I had a lot of external and internal stresses that day. Like, people were yelling around me and shit like that. And also, like, I had a lot of pressure with a bunch of things. What I was very proud of myself, even though I lost, was that everything about this trade was unemotional and completely objective. And like with what Jim Dalton writes in his books, it was all based upon like actual analysis instead of like just being impulsive kind of. So I was very happy overall though.
Yeah, that's a huge win in terms of like stacking up that psychological, I like to refer to it as a callus, right? You just build this thing over time, and the more robotic ultimately you get about the process, the more disciplined you'll be. And at that point it turns into a video game where, sure, the outcome is making dollars, but it's like, I see the chart in front of me, how do I win? And by win, it's either big win, small loss, and never an outsized loss, right? As long as you can do those things, it's like, the process driven is totally where you want to be. So I love to hear that. And I'm assuming you're journaling some of this down, right?
Yeah, I don't use any like fancy thing. I just go on my notes on my iPhone and just write down what happened.
No, that's perfect, man. I remember for the longest time I just had, one of the spiral bound notebooks, and I would just fill it up with just different scribbles about what was going on for that particular trade. But it's really important to log those wins and like emotional, I was doing this properly emotionally and it felt good, right? When you write that down, you reinforce that is where you want to be. That's definitely helpful for sure.